Hello, Digidestins. This is Kyle D, better known as Ridemyavatar, and today we're going over BT-6's my top 5 card picks for BT-6. Pretty much one for every color, right? So let's dive right in, guys. Without further ado, let's get in the video. So let's go over the honorable mention first. Again, it's very interesting with BT-6. There are a lot of great cards. I wish I could give more to all these super rares and stuff like that, but overall, the only card that I feel like is an honorable mention goes to Yellow. Yellow didn't get much crazy support in this set. Yes, it got a lot in the lower ends and the rares and commons and uncommons, but this card, Dynastamon, is a great card all in general. It's well-rounded. It's on Digi-Evolution is a great effect, being able to take a card out of security, then recover, look at the top 6 and put something in there. Really good skill, but the problem, I feel like it's a small tech choice. It's not a full archetype themed deck. It's small support that is annoying at best because the constant recovery from it is, yes, annoying if you lose one memory, and then you can just manipulate your memory a lot better with it, but Lord Nightmon is still the MVP of the deck. You're not going to give up Lord Nightmon anytime soon. The card is just way too good not to be playing it. There's nothing that sets you to moving onwards to another boss monster, so that's where we're going to go with it. I think Dynastamon is a great card all around, really well designed, but it's an annoying card, similar to like Gekkomon, who makes it so that green kind of can't swing with a stack right out of the bat, or red with a stack out of the bat. So it's techie at best. It's nothing that yellow isn't going to be doing already. It's just a good card. Next, let's get into the top 5. We have Gekkomon. This card is Black's MVP champ of this set. I cannot express the support that I got around it. The decoy, allowing you to move on deletion effects or targeting effects that would delete one of your mons onto one of them to play a protect the king kind of castle style strategy is really good. I can't express how great the support is. The Gekkomon is a Royal Knight, so it can get supported with, let's say, the Sister Mons if you wanted to splash them in, or any future Royal Knight support that they create can go up with this deck. And you kind of combo it off with Ridemyavatar, which kind of fell off because of the meta it was in. It was super dominant. Now we're going into these metas where option cards are more just back to deleting. So Ridemyavatar gets better use. So Gekkomon, let's go over it real quick. Gekkomon can clear boards super easily. And by that, I mean, like, let's take a look at it. Delete all your opponent's Digimon with the lowest play cost. Really good. If you're facing against Rookie Rush, that means all those 2-drops they have on that board go bye-bye. And without any heavy requirements set up. And wow. Being able to clear a board if you're facing against probably the most consistent deck in the meta is really good. That's why green can have a really good matchup against Rookie Rush, because one Nidhogg Mon kind of clears it out. But this guarantees it a lot easier because let's look at Black's kind of stick. It fills with blockers, and this card clears out them that are trying to stall out. So great counter strategy. Black is definitely going to be a meta pick and a meta call. What else so helps is that, again, its security effect is really good. Being able to have, if your opponent has a unsuspended Digimon, it gains plus security +1. Super easy condition. I mean, how many times has your opponent just hard played a Mon and it stands? It passes your turn. Gekkomon comes out, swings in, clears out all little problems. It's just a really solid, great card. And let's even talk about its option card that it has. Iron Fist Onslaught, power, highest DP, is deleted. If they have multiple, let's say 13s out, boom, it's gone. Those, let's say Lord Nightmons that can spam out, you can just clear out 2 mons super easily. Nothing too terrible. I think it's a great card. Black is just overwhelmingly solid this support set, so definitely don't sleep on black. Next, let's talk about Ancient Troymon. Ancient Troymon is our number 4 slot, and it's so good. Extremely powerful control card. Green hasn't had this in a little bit. This is a upgraded version to the Rosemon that they had back in BT 1.0, that this card just does it all. Being able to control your opponent's board every time they swing in, controls the Rookie Rush matchup that they can't swing in, controls any deck that likes to play rushy mons out to try to speed through. They can't just go crazy wide because you're just going to slow them down. Every time they swing in, if they don't have a blocker out, they're losing momentum. That means their 3-mon attack is only going to be a 1-mon attack. The only deck that outpaces this deck is red, because of the facts of the matter is they have more security checks. They have 1 boss mon every single time usually in their swing, so usually that's what happens. Ancient Troymon gets a little blown out by that sometimes. But also being able to replace itself on deletion is really great effect. Play a 4 cost that we have as another option for hybrids. Again, this card will get better, let me explain, in BT7, where it has a lot of hybrid support, gains the Beetlemons and stuff like that. All those cards really help speed this deck up. Ancient Troymon just, it's solid. And let's say they give Ancient Troymon a card similar to what Ancient Greymon and Ancient Garurumon have. This card will just skyrocket to sky high. So definitely don't sleep on Ancient Troymon. This deck theme is going to be solid. Next, 3 and 2 were so interchangeable. I had me hard at, like, I couldn't make a good solid decision on it. So I'm gonna say Justmon is my number 3 pick, because it's a red version of Lord Nightmon. What else can I say about it? Lord Nightmon being able to play a mon out of the deal is really good, and being able to put out small white core of sister mons that produce a blocker or some other effects that just help gain momentum is really good. Being able to replenish from the drop, thinks it's a little bit better than Lord Nightmon in all honesty, but it does have a chance of high brick rates because you have to play these small yellow white cores that don't do really too much for you unless you hardcast them, and you don't want to hardcast them, you want to play them for free with Justmon. So if Justmon is not seen, it kind of bricks a little hard. But again, easy condition to meet its power. If you just play a 2-drop that turn, boom, it gains power and piercing. So a very solid card. I wish Justmon did more crazy stuff, then it would be like my number 1 slot, but it's number 3. So let's go over to number 2. We have Gabumon Bond of Friendship. Super easy to get off the restand. Blue plays enough tamers usually just to justify this card's effect. It's great. Being able to also go off in my number 2 slot. Being able to not bounce 1 level 5 or lower stack, but 2 bounces to the bottom of the deck is crazy good. You're being able to remove wide, tall level 5s, especially let's say you're going against Chaos. I mean, you know, Omnimon Zawart. Zawart plays 2 level 5s. Congratulations, you just put it at the bottom of their deck after they just did Hidden Potential or Digivolved on top of it. They only now have their big Bossmon, and let's be honest, you're going to be clearing that out pretty easily. But being able to cycle things to the bottom of the deck puts in a way of not interacting with your opponent's level 5s that most decks can't handle, because putting things at the bottom of the deck puts them out of the reach the whole game, and people don't like having out of reach stuff. So guys, hopefully you enjoyed my number 2. And now number 1, Dialga Starmon. This card can be cheated in super easy just because it counts every 3 Musketeers, and it counts every 7 option deck. This card gets cheaper and cheaper as the game goes later and later. This card has great level 7 option pool that's like Trump Sword, Zorgern, the card that pretty much blows up every rookie on the board. Just great option cards that just say, hey, I'm here. This card, the deck is pretty much the control deck everybody's been waiting for. And to be honest with you, next to green, this deck is just straight up option control. It does have major weaknesses like dedicated plan, security, Greymon. So definitely keep in mind that as if you're in a red dominant meta, this deck does struggle heavily because people are playing Justmon with their beautiful, you know, dedicated plans in hand that are just going to clear out your security options, and you're kind of falling behind super fast. But overall, great secret card, a very powerful skill. I think this card deserves its #1 slot. And it's funny, isn't it? I made every single color match. So guys, without further ado, remember to like, comment, subscribe on this video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace!